Jai Hind, ladies and gentlemen. So today we are going to talk about something that is a very important element of public speaking as well as a conversation, and that is the power of pauses. Your first question that can come to the mind is pause, silence in a conversation. Does that make even any sense? Have you noticed that when you are having a conversation with one person or there is a sort of an interview, whenever there is a gap, you're trying to fill the silence by rambling. Rambling is something saying something without making some sense, or you can say adding extra flavors for no reason. This is where silence comes into the role. Whenever there is a good public speech, you must be noticing that at a particular point of time where there is a particular emotion that is being expressed or a sort of a message that is being conveyed, and that conveyance has to be understood by the audience, there is an element of pause. Okay, now the last 35 seconds or 40 seconds, whatever you saw, is something that is a fast speech. Let's take it to a different pace and let me slow down, and probably we can connect over here how it feels. Assume that you were to express whatever things that has happened throughout the day, and you start with the morning, followed by some of the events that happened that were beautiful, but at the same time very impactful, and then summarize about your evening. How would that look like? This is where you are thinking. So this is the element of pause that is a very important part in the communication skills. Whenever you are having a conversation, let's say you're saying something as a point or just communicating in a subject matter basis, pauses can give you the room for the other person to have some follow-up questions, and therefore this makes it more difficult to have a control over it. For example, if I'm unconscious, if I just want to be myself and speak for the sake of talking or something like that, this is what is going to happen. But let's say if I want to get into a professional note, probably chest rap or something like that, and now I will take my moment to think and speak, and this is the pace that is coming up. So this is something that comes with practice. Nobody perfects it. Some of the greatest public speakers of all times, personally what I have seen, I loved the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. The level of pauses that he had used during his speeches, it used to be marvelous. And if you see very impactful public speeches or communications have such a level of pause where you are stoned into the thing that, okay, I must think about something. Okay, so try that as a habit. As an exercise, what you can just start reading loudly in a very soft tone and understand the punctuations. That is, if there is a comma, put a 1 second gap. If there is a full stop, put a 2 second gap. So I'd like to read out something, maybe. So I'm having a particular case study book. Okay. So probably I'll read out something from here, and then you can start making, an observation that how to begin the practice with. For a better grip, I would recommend that you practice around 10 to 15 minutes a day. That should be doing good enough. So let's start with it. You should now understand the basic flow of the case interview. You have navigated 2 cases and seen how to apply the fundamental techniques and the profitability framework. The second framework to master is the internal or external framework. This framework is helpful in cases that involve companies considering or experiencing major changes that require weighing many different options. It allows you to evaluate all the aspects of the company, including the environment in which the company operates, to make sound decisions. You would apply this framework to the following types of cases: mergers and acquisitions, divestiture strategy, company restructuring, and new product launch or development. So if you have noticed over here, I have been trying to put that 1 second gap after every comma, or 2 second gap after every full stop. So this is something that I want you to incorporate as a daily practice. Let's say 10 to 15 minutes in a day. And whenever you are practicing for the extempore or you're trying to speak, try to tone it down. Like something like a soft tone, precisely soft, and that is followed by humility, and this is valid only for one side. In a setup where there is only two people, having the conversation or something. Okay, when there are two or more people, then you have to, be loud and impactful, at times fast, at times quick. And again, the mood of the conversation also differs. Let's say if you are in a occasion where there is a happy mood, everybody is cracking jokes or something on the hour, or remembering some nostalgic memory, then it has to be fast. What I'm trying to convey over here is understand how movies are designed. In a movie, there is a sequence that begins with the introduction, and then there is something that gets you into the story. Then there is suspense. So here, silence and pause is that suspense in a speech. That is the whole observant logic, followed by emotions, whatever it is there, and then conclusion. So let's try for one more part. So yes, I will read this part again, and I'm recording this video, without any kind of edits. Edits in the sense, no retakes and all, so that it comes naturally to you. Because this is what we are on the most authentic version. Okay, like after a work day, like I just returned from work around at 1800 hours, and that's how it is. Just relax out, take out something, read it. All that matters is the point should be put across. All that matters is whatever I'm trying to say is something that is understood by you. With little information in the case prompt, an endless number of questions come to the mind. When evaluating the internal aspects of the case, start by addressing 4 buckets: people, product, process, and technology. People are the owners, employees, and the stakeholders of a company. Typical questions for consideration may include: what is the ownership structure? Is it a public or a private company? Is it backed by the private equity or a venture capital group? Who has the decision-making rights? Who are the employees? What are the levels of expertise and skill sets? Are they geographically spread out, or they are based in one region? What other stakeholders must be taken into the consideration? Product refers to the goods or services that company sells. Questions for consideration may include: what does the company sell? What is their price point? How diverse is their product portfolio? Is there a potential for between products of circulation? Are they trying to create an internal competition between 2 or more products? Are products sold online, in store, or both? So I'm sure by now you have got some sense of what to develop for the power of pauses. Try this out as an activity. Try this for a week and reach out to me over here in the comment box or in my email alias by the links that is mentioned in the about section, and I'll be happy to help you. If you want a personal one-to-one connect, it's absolutely available for free, and you can just go to the links in the bio and you'll get it. It's in the topmid.io profile. You can schedule a call with me, and there are limited hours because I'm a working professional myself. I cannot, manage the time so efficiently. So yes. Meanwhile, happy to, reply to the comments or emails on a very prompt note. Thank you one and all. Wish you a very happy Friday and happy weekend. Jai Hind.